everyone, it's Lexi, and today I'll be doing my review video of the Modern Girls by Jennifer S. Brown, which was the Tales&Teacups book club pick of the month for the month of April. So without further ado, let's get started. So I had a lot of mixed feelings about this book. I had like really high expectations going into it. I felt like it would be something really interesting. I felt like it stood out from other books because it highlighted Jewish culture, which I'm not really familiar with, just like kind of their customs and all that. So that's what like the biggest factor for me was. And also the title too. I felt like Modern Girls would be like a good like take on, like, I don't know, I thought it'd be a very progressive novel when in fact it wasn't necessarily was. So I don't know, I had a lot of mixed feelings about this. So this follows, it takes place in 1935, and it follows the story of mother and daughter basically in the Lower East Side, Manhattan. So Dottie is the daughter, and she is 19 years old, and she is a head bookkeeper at this like kind of insurance company, and she's had this really steady boyfriend. Has been in this very steady relationship for several years now, with Abe, and he's in no time like getting ready to propose. Like, there's other things going on, but she finds out that she is pregnant, and the father is not Abe. So this leads to a lot of problems that she has to figure out because her boyfriend is not the father of her unborn child. So that causes a lot of problems. And then there is Rose, who is Dottie's mother, and she led a very politically active life when she was in Russia. She protested the Tsar and was all this stuff until her father sent her to America, where she ended up meeting her husband and being a mother. So she kind of is struggling with dealing with the fact that she used to be very involved within the community, but now her main focus is being a mother, and she kind of has to focus about others instead of herself, and she ends up finding out that she too is pregnant as well. So that causes a struggle. Because she is not sure if she wants to kind of like restart her life over again for raising this child. So like I said, I had really high expectations going into this novel just because the main character and like basically the cast of this book are Jewish, so I was really excited to kind of read from that because I'm not really necessarily familiar with that culture. So I really liked how it depicted that, and just how I felt like it did a good portrayal of these customs, so from someone who is not really familiar with that. So I think that was basically the only thing that I really liked about this book. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars, and only because I felt like it did a good job of portraying like the Yiddish culture, which was interesting because we were driving to Toronto and they did a NPR thing on like the Yiddish community in the Lower East Side and how kind of that culture is dwindling. So I thought that was really neat because I just finished that and I heard that as well. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting, but I don't know, I felt like I enjoyed Rose more so than Dottie. Dottie I found to be very self-centered and just selfish almost, and she didn't necessarily kind of care, or she was just oblivious to how her actions impacted those around her. And there was many times where I just wanted to give her like a big like give slap, and I don't know, she just really drove me nuts. So it was just, I had like, she really irritated me. And like what I found really disappointing is that Modern Girls doesn't necessarily mean like being like feminism and all that. It basically means like you're not acting like immigrants aren't acting like their native country, so they're kind of being Americanized in a sense. So that's basically what Modern Girl means. So Dottie I found to be very irritating, and I don't know, there was just many times where I just rolled my eyes, and I just found her to be like so self-centered, and like, I don't know, I just really wanted to smack her like many times throughout this book. Rose, on the other hand, I did find her to be much more compelling to read about, and I don't know, she seemed to be more realistic because she was like sacrificing everything to get Dottie to have like a good future. And Dottie ended up throwing everything away from her mother anyways. Like, Dottie didn't care, so it was just like, I don't know, it was really irritating. And there were several times, like, I was getting towards the end of the book, I'm like, what is the point of all this? Like, I didn't feel like there was any really point or, like, significant undertones or lessons we were supposed to learn from this. Like, it was just, like, I don't know, like, it was really irritating. So let me know if you felt about this like the way I did, because it was just like I rolled my eyes several times. Like, Rose was like the only reason why I really stuck with this, because I don't know, she seemed to be the most, she had the better head on her shoulders. Dottie was just like, where did you go wrong? Yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this was just me blabbling on about how much I dislike this book. If you are kind of interested in just like the Yiddish, like Jewish culture, I think this would be really good to just kind of get a good picture of what that culture is like and just like their customs and practices. However, I wouldn't read it for the storyline. It was not good, and if you were looking for like a feminist like book as well, then this is not it. So yeah, if you like were wanting to read this, I'd say maybe pass on it. There are probably better books out there that kind of like show off this culture. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like these review videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.